So welcome to this episode of What's Foot Fixing. Today we're taking a look at these headlights. As you can see, they're kind of oxidized, not very clear. What we're going to do is work through sanding them down, getting rid of this clear coat, as you can see right here on the edge, that is a part of the factory. We're going to sand that off, get it down, get it clean, get it nice. Then we're going to spray paint it with a clear coat that's going to make these look close to brand new. The way we start is over here on this side. I've already started. We've went around the edge of the car so that when we're sanding, we don't scuff the paint at all. And I'm gonna get started with our sandpaper. And we have this new sandpaper that you're supposed to be able to use with no water, but we're still going to use water with it. We're going to start out with the I'll come back and tell you what sheets, but I believe we're going to start out with the K600, then move up to the K800, and then the K1200, and then we're going to paint. Or I can't remember if we get up to the 800 and then paint, and then we'll see what happens. But I'll update you as we go along this journey, and we'll see how it goes. So the first thing we wanted to do was to kind of clean off all the grease and grime. Used our good old purple power, and as you can see, it's kind of breaking it down. It looks like it's coming off already. We'll wipe that and get it off, and then we will, as you can see, it kind of reveals a little more detail on what are you actually going to be sanding. And then we'll come back with the sander and start with the K600. We'll be right back. All right, I've gone through the first round, and we have, as you can see, this is what the sandpaper looks like. This says it's designed to be used totally dry. I think for the first round I will use dry, and then for the next round we're going to use some water as we sand to help kind of just make it a little, try to make it a little better. I'm going to wipe this down with alcohol now to see how much clean we get. And actually, I think I can still do that now. Put alcohol on this rag, and then as you can see, this kind of reveals what we have underneath. And that's kind of what you want to see, is a good good film all the way across. You don't see any of the clear coat anymore as far as we can see. We may go back and do a little more sanding with the K600 to get it down a little more with this blue, but then after that we're going to go to the K800. So I'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we have now sanded this with the K600 and then the K800, and as you can see, we have a consistent look all the way across. We don't see any more of the peeling that was on there before. So what we went ahead and did is tape this off. You tape it off as you feel comfortable with. We're outside, and hopefully we won't get too much to go back to the front side of the car, but if you have enough to cover your whole car, I would encourage you to do so. So we're going to start with this by doing a very light coat for the first coat, just to get it tacky, just to get it sticky, just to get enough on there. We'll let it sit for 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll come back with the second coat, and we'll put a little more on at that time, and I'll see how it looks, and then see if we're going to do a third coat with the same manner. So be sure you pay attention to your paint can You want to read all the safety instructions. I'm definitely going to wear a mask that I'm supposed to wear, but this is the clear coat spray that I'm going to use. It has a little piece right here. You take that piece off and push this piece into the can, and what it does is kind of activates it activates a hardener in the spray can, and what that does is it allows this is just like you use the kind of spray that they would use at a dealership or something like that, or body shop. So like I said, once we activate this can, we're going to shake it up real good. Then we're going to, like I said, go through, do a light coat for the first. We're going to come back with a second coat, and then we're going to see what it looks like. We'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I have the first coat on. It's not very thick at all. I'm going to come back. It's actually looking like it's starting to clear up already. I'm going to come back and do a second and third coat as well. And then we'll see what the final product is. I'll be right back. All right, now we've done the second coat. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. It's coming through. The shiny is pretty shiny. I don't know if you can see the reflection of the sun. There's not much haze at all, and now we got somebody cutting grass, but that's looking pretty good. On this side, as you can see, maybe there's a little bit of something right here, but I think once it dries, it'll be okay. We'll be right back. All right, as you can see, this is a vast improvement. We've let it dry for about 2 hours or so. It's pretty much cleared out. You can still see a little bit, I guess, of the orange peel. We may come by and sand that down with a higher grit sandpaper and then buff it out, but we might just keep it like that. We'll see when it completely finishes. We're going to give it 12 hours. You want to give it 12 hours before you do try to sand it or buff it. So that'll be tomorrow sometime. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But this is what it looks like so far. I think you can just about touch it, but it's not all the way dry yet. But it's pretty close. And then, like I said, we'll see what's going on tomorrow. I'll be back. All right, we're back. And as you can see, we've went ahead and removed the tape. There are some imperfections, and if you want to, you can wet sand it out with the K1200 grit sandpaper. You can just kind of sand it down just a little bit, and then when you get done, buff it out, and it'll come out very shiny. But as you can see, this looks pretty good as is, and we're just going to rock with it the way it is. But if you remember what the video started with and what it looks like now, it's a vast improvement. So this is our Headlight Restore. I'll go over the products shortly again as a follow-up, and then we'll go ahead and close this video out. All right, I'm back. I wanted to go over the items that I used and kind of review one more time again. We started off with a degreaser with the purple power. Then we used these special flexible sanding sheets, the K600, to really kind of get the rough edges, or to make sure we get the clear coat that's already there off. We then came with the K800, and I went ahead and used some water with that. So I did wet sand with the K800, and then once that's done, wiped it down with alcohol so that we could see and make sure that everything looked okay, and to get rid of the oils. And then we came back with 3 coats of this Eastwood 2K paint. That's the paint that has the piece on the bottom, that gets the hardener that gets activated into the spray can, and once you do that, it lasts 48 hours. We did 3 coats. You saw what it looked like. There are a million different ways that people have done this. Again, some people go ahead and do the buffing and polishing with carnauba wax after. Some people see it's okay. My friend thought his car was okay, and he didn't want any of the extra buffing, so we just left it the way it is. But you saw the improvement from the beginning to the end, so let me know what you think and how you may have done it and what the results were. I want to follow back up in a year or two with him and see if his lights are still as clear, and if any of the haze came back or any of the discoloration. If not, I think we found a pretty good fix. So again, thanks for tuning in to What's Foot Fixing. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video, comment, and tell me what you think. Take care.